Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome inside the birthplace of hockey. We're at the John Parrish Jr. rink inside the West Hants Sports Complex. It's the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League Championship weekend here on High Button Sports. The 4 prep hockey teams from around the Maritimes will compete in a playoff-style format to determine the champion of the Maritimes. The 4 teams represented will be the host Kings-Edgehill Highlanders, the Mountain Academy U18s and U19s, and then the Ross A. Netherwood School will be the 4th team in there as well. This will be the opening game, a placement game between the U18s and the KES Highlanders. We'll have a special pregame ceremony before the game as in honor of J.D. Traynor, a Kings-Edgehill alumni who recently lost his life to cancer. Mae Batherson, a Kings-Edgehill alumni, is here to drop the ceremonial puck. As you can see in the lobby pregame, all the purple balloons, all the donations, and all the profits from today's game will go towards the J.D. Traynor Foundation. The U18 team for the Mount got together for a picture to show who they're fighting for. Everyone's fighting for someone when it comes to cancer. It's a terrible disease, as we'll send it down to ice level for the pregame ceremony.
Since graduating
To a very nice pregame ceremony in honor of JD trainer Mae Batherson, dropping the ceremonial first puck drop. Looks like we're ready to get underway for the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League Championship weekend. Kings-Edgehill hosting the tournament this year, opening up the placement game 3 versus 4 matchup. The Mount Academy U18s on the right side of your screen in black, Kings-Edgehill in white wearing the red buckets. It's playoff time here on High Button Sports. The U18 Major Hockey League for the boys here in Nova Scotia got going on Wednesday. That will continue this weekend. And the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League will start their playoffs here in Windsor, in the birthplace of hockey. Looks like Shaylin Storty will take the opening face-off for Mount Academy. Referee shaking the hands of the coaches. Allison McLean will take the opening draw. Both teams banging their sticks. They're ready to get underway. A long season of traveling across the world. It all comes down to this weekend to crown a winner here in the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League, and we are underway live from Windsor. This can be sent in deep by Lawton. That'll be the first touch of the game from starting goaltender. That's number 33, Autumn Lewis. She made the save on the dump in. Puck play to the point. Here is Jefford. Plays to the corner. Here's a centering pass as McLean couldn't get her shot off as she got bumped in the slot. Play to the point. And here is Jefford. That'll make its way up top for Rideout. Shot will be off the pad. Rebound saved as well by Lewis. Good start here for the Highlanders here in their home barn. That's going to be sent down the ice by Mount Academy. No icing on the play. Here is Jefford out of her own corner. Jefford as Greenwood plays it up ahead. Here comes McLean. Allison McLean makes a move through the slot. That's going to be covered up by Lewis, and that'll be our first whistle of the afternoon. So, of course, we have Mae Batherson, a PWHL player, but Mount Academy has some PWHL players of their own on their coaching staff, as Maggie Burbridge just signed with the Ottawa Charge a couple of days ago, so congratulations to Maggie. That's going to be our first penalty of the game on the play off the face-off. Looks like the Highlanders are heading to the power play. Roughing is the call against Bryn Van Meter from Mount Academy. So our first look at the Kings-Edgehill power play this weekend. It's going to be one back to the point as Doctorow gets the return feed from Underhill. Back for Underhill. It's going to be played in the corner. As Comstock going to get loose. That's going to go off a stick. Comes free up top for Underhill. Underhill's shot will just go wide of the net. Rebound collected by Doctorow. She'll play it in behind the goal line. Number 96 for the Highlanders, Doctorow up for Underhill. Underhill will shoot one off the pad at Lewis. Makes the save to the screen. Puck in the corner. Here's Joan Lawton looking to center it. Comes free. As Warford looking to clear for Mount Academy. Kept in at the blue line. Makes its way behind the net. Chance for Bridget Blackwood to clear. That will be sent down the ice by the U18s. Out to play it is Lily Williams, starting goaltender. Sorry, that is Sarah Hillier, starting goaltender for the Highlanders. She took the opening face-off, which is pretty rare for a goalie to do. Highlanders have it. We're halfway through the power play as McLean gets stopped at the line. Comes free. Here is Jefford. Jefford up top for McLean. Shot tipped on net. Ella Flynn got a stick on that one. That's going to be covered up by Autumn Lewis for the whistle. Just past the 2-minute mark. We'll play 3:20s intermission in between each period of a Zamboni flood. This is the opening game of the championship weekend. After this, It'll be RNS versus Mount Academy U19s, the 1 versus 2 matchup. As here's McLean, shot will go off the pad of Lewis. Rebound is right there as Flynn couldn't bang it home. Puck in the corner, 2-on-2. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Comes free for Flynn behind the net. She'll try and jam it through. Kept out by Lewis. Puck comes free. Here is Greenwood. Jenna Greenwood will pass to the slot. There's a shot on, stopped by Lewis. Rebound stopped as well. And that will eventually be covered up. As Ariel Lohr, number 5, got a good feed from Greenwood in the high slot, but Autumn Lewis already up to 7 saves on the afternoon. Keeps it scoreless. 11 seconds to go on the penalty to Van Meter. Face off will be to the glove side of Lewis. Lord will take the face off for Kings-Edgehill. Puck is dropped on the corner. That will escape the zone as Underhill will go D to D over to Schlagelman. Schlagelman from Austria. I thought that was pretty cool. Coming all the way down here to play for Kings-Edgehill in Windsor, Nova Scotia. That'll make its way to the corner. We're back to 5-on-5. Here's Lord looking to center it. It's going to be intercepted by the Mount. Here's Van Meter. She's out of the box. Played up ahead by Kenny. Makes its way to neutral ice. Underhill will send it back in deep. Out to play it is Autumn Lewis. Drops it off behind the net for Gionette. That will make its way to the blue line. Chance for the Mount to clear. As Smith will collect it and send it in the corner. Back to retrieve it is McDougall. McDougall will go D to D, gets the return feed. Here is Drew McDougall looking to break out of her own end. Pass up ahead. Will go off the stick of McCarville, and that will be an icing call against Mount Academy. About 4 minutes have gone here in the opening frame. Another face off to the glove side of Lewis inside the Mount Academy zone. Puck is dropped. Played in the corner. There's Kate McDonald looking to clear. Makes its way up the wall. That will get past the blue line. Back to retrieve it is Joan Lawton. As Cormier picks it up, looking to get it out of the Highlanders zone. No shots on goal yet for Mount Academy. That's going to be chipped off the glass. Puck comes free, neutral ice. That's going to be a scrum for the puck on the wall. That will make its way behind the Mount Academy net. Played up the board, centering pass. Here comes Monroe Oliver. She'll send it towards the Highlander zone. Intercepted by Jefford. Here is Brooklyn Jefford. Will take it wide. Has it behind the net. Jefford still has the puck. Will cycle it in deep towards the goal. It's going to be picked up by Bridget Blackwood. She'll play it up ahead. Turned over as Greenwood let a shot go. Rebound was right there for Flynn. As Lewis once again shutting the door for Mount Academy. Up to 8 saves now as the number 33 in black. As Jefford has in their own zone, looking to clear. Put up ahead. Here comes McLean. As Greenwood takes over. Here's Jenna Greenwood. Will take it wide. Greenwood shot. Stopped by Lewis. Once again, no rebounds. Lewis has been exceptional so far, keeping this game scoreless. Shots now 9-0 here in Windsor. As Lawton will take the face-off inside the O-zone. Puck is dropped. Play to the point. Underhill will send it back in deep. Around the wall is Warford looking to clear. It's going to be kept in at the blue lines. Pass over. There's Comstock. Will send it towards the goal. That will miss wide. Right out looking for it in the corner. That will be played in deep. Highlanders have it in the offensive zone. Cycled in deep by Rideout, looking to make a play, but right there with the stick is McDougall. She gets tangled up in the corner. Kings-Edgehill gets it again, centering pass. Comes up top. Here's Underhill shot at the pad. Rebound cleared away. Another save for Lewis. That's going to be kept in by Kings-Edgehill, then eventually poked out the zone. As Comstock will send it towards the opposite corner, batted down by McDougall. She'll look to clear. McDougall plays up ahead for Kenny. There's Megan Kenny looking to start the breakout for Mount Academy. That's going to be steered away. And that'll be sent back in deep, and that will Be an icing call against Mountain Academy, so they can't change, I believe, the rules. Lorden for the face-off against Kate McDonald. Puck is dropped. Won by Mount Academy. They're looking to clear. It's going to be kept in by a pinching Hollander. That was Addison Smith. Comes free behind the net. Played up the wall by McDonald. She finds Reardon. Can't clear. Here's Lutz now. DDD pass. Played up the boards. Played in the opposite corner. Here's Lutz again. Kept in by Doctorow. Comes free up top. Guinea's shot will be stopped by Lewis, and she'll cover up the rebound. Mountain Academy still without a shot on goal. We're about 7 minutes into the opening frame. Comstock will take the face-off. Puck is dropped. One back by Storty. Here comes Mount Academy. That's going to go off the skate of Horsnell inside the Kings-Edgehill zone. That's going to be the first touch for Sarah Hillier. So it'll be a face-off inside Kings-Edgehill zone. To the blocker side of the Hillier. Puck dropped. Mount Academy's shot towards the goal will be redirected wide. That shot came from Laura Horsnell. Kings-Edgehill has it. DDD pass. Here is Jefford. Jefford will go up the wall. That will trickle its way inside the Mount Academy zone. Back to retrieve it is Warford. She'll look to clear. Right up ahead for Kenny. She gets tangled up. Storty looking for it. And on the forecheck is Black. She'll try and send it in deep, but Storty gets possession again. Here comes Kings-Edgehill. As Flynn will make her way into the zone. Here comes McLean. Pass across. Looking for Black. Will just go wide. Chance for Kenny to clear. Here comes Mount Academy. As Warford has it. Warford will send it just wide. Rebound off the pad of Hillier. Her biggest test of the afternoon so far. As Warford's original shot off the rush came right loose off the bounce from the boards. As back to retrieve it is Van Meter. She'll play out the wall. Kings-Edgehill have a neutral ice. It's going to be sent in deep by McLean. Back to retrieve it is Van Meter. Looking to go up the boards for Giannette. That will stay inside the Mountain Academy zone. Still no score here in Windsor. That's going to be cleared down the ice. And that will be icing. 11:43 to go. Still no score. You're watching the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League on High Button Sports Championship weekends. All four teams coming together in here in Windsor to declare a Maritime champion of the Prep Hockey League. Coming up right after this at 4:30 will be RNS and the Mount Academy U19s, the 1 versus 2 matchup. These are all placement games to determine who will play who in the semifinals tomorrow. This is going to be a centering pass off the side of the net. Rebound came loose in front, sent just wide. There's Comstock looking to bang that one in the net to open the scoring. As Flynn plays it to the slot. Here's McLean spinning and shooting, just sent it over the net. As Greenwood will collect it. Here's Jenna Greenwood looking to play it over to Flynn. Flynn back for Greenwood. One-timer scores! Kings-Edgehill breaks the ice. Flynn over to Greenwood. One-timer back of the net. And the Highlanders are up and running here in Windsor. Beautiful backhand pass from Flynn to find Greenwood, the bottom of the circle. She made no mistake. And the Highlanders have the first goal of the afternoon. 1-0 is your score on the 14th shot on Lewis. Finally solves the Mount Academy goaltender. As they'll drop the puck at center ice. Greenwood from Flynn. 11:09 for the first period. That's your first goal of the weekend. As Mount Academy looking to respond as Lutz will play up the wall. Intercepted, kept in by Rideout. Puck comes free. Here's Comstock. Will send it just wide. Rebound collected and played up the boards. Kept in by the Highlanders. Puck in the corner. Centering pass will miss the intended target. Chance for Reardon to clear. Played back in deep. Highlanders looking to keep it inside the zone. As Comstock will play to the slot area. Puck is bouncing on net. That's going to be steered away by Lewis. Rideout got the shot on goal there. Played up the wall. Reardon looking to clear. Battle ensues. Comes free. Here's Schlagelman. Schlagelman has the puck. Plays to the point. As Underhill forced to retreat, neutralized as that puck and across the blue line. Underhill will reload and shoot one at the rush, off the iron. Good look there for number 9, and White looking to double the lead for the Highlanders, but that will stay out. Here's Underhill looking in front for Bella Jack, but it's going off a stick. Puck comes free on the wall. That will be played outside the zone for a moment. As Storty back to retrieve it. She'll play it back for Drew McDougall. McDougall up for Horswell. Hornswell chips it up ahead, picked off. As Lord will take over, she'll send it in deep. Lewis will leave it behind the net for McDougall. McDougall plays it up ahead as chipped out of the zone by Warford. Sent back in deep. Off a body of McDougall. She'll try and clear the zone right in front of the Mount Academy bench. Comes free for Kings-Edgehill. That's going to be played over. Here's Jeanette. Looking to stretch a pass up ahead for Warford as players tangled up on the blue line. That's going to be played to the crease. Intercepted. Here's Kenny. Kenny in the corner. Looking for Jeanette. Sent in deep by Van Meter. 8:40 to go in the opening frame. Kings-Edgehill have a 1-0 lead to start off the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League Championship weekend. As here's Flynn. She'll chip out of the zone. Foot race for the puck. Greenwood looking to get there first. She has the only goal so far this afternoon. Here's Greenwood looking to center it in front for McLean just out of her reach. As puck comes free. Here's Greenwood behind the net. Greenwood makes a pass in front looking for Flynn. That will go off her backhand and wide. Play to the point. Here is Jefford. It's going to be intercepted. Here comes Mount Academy and play to the wall. As Lawton will chip it up ahead. That's Heather Lawton. As Greenwood looking to play it down low. Gets the pass. Here's a backhander by McLean. Rebound covered up as well. 2 saves from Lewis. Still 1-0. Shots now 16-2 in favor of KES. In for the draw is Lord. Puck dropped. Went to the point. Here's Lawton. Play to the corner. It's going to be played back up top for Lawton in the return feed. Looking to get her way in the middle, but it's going to be poked off of her stick by Sophia Marshall. As the Highlanders have it, centering pass by Greenwood. As Lord looking to get loose. She'll let a shot go. That's going to be redirected in the corner by Lewis. Played up the wall. Here's Black in the O-zone. That will come free. Mount Academy looking to clear. As Blackwood had it in the corner for a moment, but was met there by the forecheck of Black. 2-on-2 behind the goal line. McDougall tangled up with Cormier looking for a loose puck. Puck's in the corner. As Black looking to get loose. That's going to be intercepted. Chance to clear for Goddard. Makes his way to the blue line, kept in. There's a shot from distance. Will just go wide, looking for the tip in front off the Sifter shot. Mount Academy will play up the wall. That will make its way down the ice, and that will be an icing call. So they cannot change. 6:39 to go. You're watching the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League Championship weekend on High Button Sports. 1-0 for Kings-Edgehill. Goal came from Jenna Greenwood at the 11:09 mark of the first period. As here is right out. Play the point. That's going to be a DDD pass over to Underhill. Underhill's shot will go off a shin pad in front of Blackwood. Play to the corner. Here's Lawton. That will be played towards the opposite corner. Kept in by Schlagelman. As Reardon looking forward on the wall. Battle ensues on the boards. Good crowd on hand here as looks like the students are showing up to support the girls hockey team. That's going to be sent just wide by Joan Lawton for Kings-Edgehill. It's going to be kept in the zone. Here's Rideout. Rideout will let a shot go out the side of the net. That will stay out as we're inside the final 6 minutes of the first. Here's Reardon looking to clear. Sent up ahead. Here comes Mount Academy. Storty has it, but it's going to be turned away near the blue line. Blackwood has it. Plays it up ahead. Here is Monroe Oliver looking for Storty. That will be intercepted. Off the bench came Doctorow to play it up ahead. Here comes Kings-Edgehill. Might be a 2-on-1. Here's a shot on from Greenwood off the blocker of Lewis, and that will be whistled down. Jenna Greenwood, another good look there, looking for her second of the afternoon. She came down on a 2-on-1 with Allison McLean. As her, Greenwood and Ella Flynn will stay out there for this offensive zone face-off for Kings-Edgehill. Puck is dropped. One to the line. Here's Smith. She'll backhand towards the boards. Centering pass. McLean's shot will go off a body in front. Here is Flynn. Will throw it towards the goal. And that will be covered up by Lewis. 18 shots on goal now for Kings-Edgehill, having a good showing in the opening game of the championship weekend. Puck is dropped. It's going to be sent in deep by Smith. Greenwood looking for it behind the net. Greenwood, that's going to be intercepted. Here comes Horsnell. As that will come free in neutral ice. Right in front of the Mountain Academy bench. Doctorow finds it. She'll enter the zone on the left side. Doctorow's shot will be covered up by Lewis for the whistle. We're inside the last 5 minutes now of the opening frame. Autumn Lewis, a grade 10 goaltender for Mountain Academy, so she's having a great showing so far in this game. Only grade 10, so a lot of good years ahead of her. She's been dynamite so far in this one. Here's a pass up ahead. Jefford's shot will just go wide as rebound cleared away as Highlanders regain possession. Looking to get a shot off was Guinea, but that's going to go off a shin pad. That will escape the zone. Back to retrieve it is Jefford. It's going to be played up ahead. Jack will get tangled up on the entry. Comes free. It's going to be poked up in the high slot area. Picked up by Lawton. She'll play it up for Jefford. She'll pinch in. Back for Lawton. Makes a nice move. There's a shot on off the post. Rebound was right there, but unable to whack that one home. Nice move there from Heather Lawton out of the corner to free herself up for a good opportunity. But it's still 1-0. As here's Guinea. She'll play it towards the corner. Hayden Guinea has the puck. Centering pass. McLean. That might have hit a body in front, but it kept out. Still 1-0. Inside 4 minutes to go in the first. Puck behind the net. Here's McLean. Comes free as Van Meter looking to clear. Battle in the corner. Comes free up top. Jefford did it. Here's a one-timer. Underhill fanned on it, but that'll make its way in the corner. Chance for McCarville to clear. As a few shoves along the wall. Comes free. Here is Black. Shot on. Stopped by Lewis. No rebounds. 22 shots on goal for Lewis here in the opening frame so far. Still 3.5 to go. Face-off will be the blocker side of number 33 for Mount Academy. Puck is dropped. One back. Here is Van Meter. She'll go off the boards. They're going to clear. Monroe Oliver has it. Sent up ahead for McDonald. That will be turned away. It's free for Black in neutral ice. McDonald will play it back. Here's Kate McDonald. Plays it over for Van Meter. Kept in by Underhill. The captain for Kings-Edgehill will send it in deep. Back to retrieve it. Mount Academy is going to be turned over. Here's a centering pass. Fanned on in the slot This is another shot towards the goal. It's going to be intercepted. Here comes Mountain Academy. That's going to be sent in deep by Penton, number 11. Out to play it is Hillier. Kings-Edgehill has the puck. As here is Hallie Black. That's going to be offside the line. As Lawton a little too quick to get in the zone. That's Emma Joan Lawton. There's a Heather Lawton and an Emma Joan Lawton on this team. Not sure if they're related, but I would assume they were. But I've been wrong before. 2.5 to go. 1-0 for Kings-Edgehill here in Windsor. Puck comes free. Here's Emma Joan Lawton. That's going to be sticked away. As it's going to be played in neutral ice. Picked up by Doctorow. Shows it in deep. As Lutz has it by the net. Played up the boards. It's kept in by Kings-Edgehill. Here is Rideout behind the net. Sophie Rideout. Plays it off the boards. Comes free up top. Here is Doctorow. Shows something in deep. Inside 2 minutes to go here in the first. Puck in the corner. Mount Academy looking to clear. That will escape the zone. Back to retrieve is Doctor, number 96 for Kings-Edgehill. Plays it up ahead. Finds McLean. McLean can't get it in deep. Here is Megan Kenny from Mount Academy. She'll walk in and shoot one off a stick him wide. Rebound in the corner. Lawton looking forward. Here's Heather Lawton. Up for Greenwood. Greenwood finds Ella Flynn streaking through neutral ice. As that will make its way inside the Mount Academy zone. Chance for Van Meter to clear. Play up the boards. Marshall looking for it. Kept in by Flynn. Flynn over to Lawton. Heather Lawton. Shot will go into the glove of Lewis. No rebounds. 63 seconds to go in the frame. Shots now 23-2 in favor of KES. Puck is dropped. Last minute of play in the first. Kept in at the line. Here is Jefford. That'll be played in the corner. It's hit along the wall on Greenwood by McDougall. That's going to be a penalty. Another power play for KES. Hooking is the signal. As this Kings-Edgehill top line will stay out there for the power play. McLean, Greenwood, and Flynn. Jefford and Heather Lawton on the blue line. And for the draw is Storty from Mount Academy. Puck is dropped. McLean plays it to the corner. Here's Greenwood as the only goal so far in this game. Play to the point. There's a shot from Lawton blocked in front. Rebound sent towards the goal. Comes loose, but a quick whistle. And that will be no goal. Referee lost sight of the puck. Blew it down, and it will remain 1-0. Lucky break for Mount Academy as they'll line up for this face-off off the no-goal call. 36 seconds to go in the frame. Puck is dropped. One of the point here is Lawton. Over to Jefford. Jefford trying to play it over across for a seam pass. Going to go off a stick of Goddard, and she'll clear it down the ice. Here is Greenwood. As Flynn loses the puck, and that's going to be sent down the ice. Hillier will use her paddle to leave it there for Heather Lawton. 12 seconds to go in the period. Lawton has the puck in neutral ice, looking to gain the zone, and she will on the left side. Lawton. Puck comes free up top. Here's a toe drag. Shot on at the blocker of Lewis, and that will do it for the opening frame. So Kings-Edgehill up 1-0 after the first 20. You're tuned into High Bun Sports. Our coverage, the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League Championship weekend will continue after the break. Welcome back inside the John Parrish Jr. Rink. It's the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League Championship weekend here in Highbutton Sports. The Kings-Edgehill Hounders were the hosts this weekend, have a 1-0 lead over the Mount Academy U18s. Shots were 24-2 after 20 minutes of play. Autumn Lewis had an outstanding first period, keeping things at bay. Could have been a lot worse than 1-0. Kings-Edgehill will start the period on the power play. 1:12 remain on the penalty to McDougall. The Hounders will send out their top line of Ella Flynn, Jenna Greenwood, and Allison McLean. Greenwood has the only goal so far, assisted from Flynn. And we are underway for the second period. As Lawton will try and set it in deep. It's going to be intercepted and sent down the ice, and that will be an icing despite it being a penalty kill. So they'll chop it at center ice off the mistake from the linesperson. person. So Kate McDonald against Allison McLean, and we're back underway. As Lawton will play it over. Flynn drops it off from McLean. It's going to be intercepted. Here comes McDonald shorthanded, but can't get by the defender as back to retreat on the back check is Allison McLean. She'll wind her way through neutral ice. McLean takes it wide. McLean makes a move towards the net, comes free in front for Greenwood, but she couldn't get that one on goal. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Here's a shot, will be kept out by Lewis. Third to the line, kept in. As Flynn plays it up top, DD pass for Lawton, pass to the slot. Here's a shot on McLean, and she scores. Perfect setup on the power play for the Hounders. As Lawton fed it to the bumper area, and Allison McLean made no mistake. 2-0 is your score. Ella Flynn with another assist. 2 apples on the afternoon for number 72. She got the secondary on that one as she made the pass over to Lawton, who fed McLean in the slot for a beautiful goal. 2-0 is your score. Power play marker for the Hounders. That's going to be played inside the Mount Academy zone. McDougall looking to clear. Played up in front. There's a chance sent just wide by Comstock. That'll make its way to the blue line. Kept in by Smith. Here's a chance. Shot on the post. Great look there for Sophie Rideout, but she cannot beat the iron. There's another chance in front. Comstock couldn't get that one on net. As Mount Academy will take the other way. That will be deflected in neutral ice. Comes free off the wall. Sent up ahead by Horsnell. Recollected by Doctorow for the Hounders. Sent up ahead. Might be a 2-on-1. As Jack will take it wide. Her teammate went for the change instead of going in deep for the odd player rush. As here is Jack. Bella Jack. Her pass is intercepted. As pass to the middle. Go off a body as they announce the goal. A lot of enthusiasm there at ice level. As that will be sent in deep. So I don't think they gave Ella Flynn the assist credit there, but she is the one who made the pass over to Lawton. Either way, it is 2-0 for KES here at home. That shot by Van Meter will be redirecting the corner by Sarah Hillier. Kings-Edgehill looking to clear out of their own zone. That's going to be sent back towards the Hounders' end. As off the bench came Cormier. She has the puck. Shot will be gloved down by Lewis. No rebounds. Very good crowd on hand here in the John Parrish Jr. Rink. A lot of support from the Kings-Edgehill students looking to give their team an extra boost I still have to redo the face-off. Puck is dropped. Play to the point. There's a shot on. That will be blocked in front as Jefford let that one rip. Here is Brooklyn Jefford centering pass as Lawton couldn't get that one on goal. Emma Joan Lawton was tangled up in the slot. Here comes Mount Academy. There's Marshall. Plays it through the middle. It's going to be sent in deep by Blackwood and makes its way on net, and that will be covered up by Hillier for the whistle. Just past the 3-minute mark of the second period rather, my apologies. McLean in for the face-off in the D zone against McDonald. Puck dropped, one back. Played up the wall. As here is Greenwood, finds Ella Flynn. She'll go skate to stick as she enters the zone. She couldn't make the centering pass. Flynn has it on the net. Here's a pass in front from McLean off a body. Greenwood, one-timer once again, will sail over the net. McLean finds it. McLean down low. Finds Greenwood. That will hop over her stick. Comes free. Here is McLean looking to cycle it. Comes free from McDonald looking to clear. Poked off the stick by Monroe Oliver. Comes free for Flynn. She'll play it on the wall. She finds McLean. McLean plays it over for Jefford. Here's Brooklyn Jefford. Pass across. Looking for the one-timer as Flynn just hopped over her stick. That would have made it 3-0. Here's Jefford again. Shot low. Looking for the tip off the pad of Lewis. Here's Flynn. Play to the slot, but good stick lift by Monroe Oliver. As another shot will go just wide. Picked up. Here is Jefford at the blue line. Jefford will take it to the middle. Will make her way down the wall. Jefford has it on her forehand behind the net. Played up top. It's a one-timer. Fanned down by Doctorow. That's going to be kept in by McLean. Pass is going to be turned over by Van Meter. Here comes Mount Academy. With the puck is Monroe Oliver. She'll take it wide. 2-on-2 developing. Monroe Oliver looking to center it off a stick. As Kings-Edgehill will take over. Here is Rideout. Played up ahead. Looking to beat out the icing is Joan Lawton. And that will be no icing on the play. Good hustle for number 10. As that will be kept in by Smith. Mount Academy has it. That will escape the zone. Here is Comstock. Plays it up ahead. Here come the Highlanders. Centering pass off a stick. Picked off by Horsnell. Here's Laura Horsnell. Plays it over. It's going to be chipped in deep by Goddard. So we're past the 5-minute mark of the second period. Kings-Edgehill up 2-0. We're in the opening game of the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League Championship Weekend. 3 versus 4 matchup to determine the seeding for the semifinals tomorrow. It's going to be turned over. Here comes Kings-Edgehill. Shot will go off the mask of Lewis. As rebound came loose. As Schlagelman will send it back in towards the zone. Put up ahead. Now Academy can't clear. As Jack gets pulled out the puck, comes free at the blue line, sent in deep. Lord couldn't tip it on goal. Chance to clear for Warford, and she will. Looking for the loose puck. She'll dive, as that nearly came free for a breakaway for Megan Kenny, but she couldn't get to the puck. As Jack will take over, enters the zone on the left side. Here's a shot, will go off the pad of Lewis. Bella Jack let that one rip, played up ahead. Here comes Van Meter. It's going to be sent in deep by Mount Academy. Kings-Edgehill top line right back out there. Here is Flynn. Flynn streaking towards the net. That will go off a body. Comes free from McLean. McLean will let a shot go off the pad. Another big save from Autumn Lewis. Up to 31 shots now is the Mount Academy goaltender. Puck comes free. Looking to clear is Horsnell. Put up ahead as McDougall couldn't reach it. As Marshall looking for it on the forward check. Kings-Edgehill will send it down the ice, and that will be an icing call against the Highlanders. Approaching the 7-minute mark of the second. Highlanders up 2-0. Face-off will be to the blocker side of Hillier. McLean against McDonald for the draw. Puck hits the ice. Kings-Edgehill gets possession. That's going to be cleared down. Might be another icing call, and that will be whistled down. Lutz gets there first. Another face-off inside the Highlander zone. Coming up next, right after the conclusion of this game, will be RNS versus Mount Academy U19s, the 1 versus 2 matchup. Those two teams played in the Ice Jam semifinals last month over in Truro. That was a great game, ended in overtime. Expecting another good one after this game. This here's Jefford. Plays it over for Lawton. Lawton up for Flynn. She'll try and clear. Picked off. Here's Monroe Oliver. Will make a move, but her shot is blocked by Brooklyn Jefford. Comes free. Here's Reardon. Play to the line. Shot will be played towards the goal. McDonald can redirect it as she can't find it. Eventually does. Here's McDonald. Up to the line. Finds Blackwood. Blackwood shot blocked by Flynn. As rebound came loose to the blue line, Flynn will collect it. Played up ahead. Here comes McLean. McLean will take it wide. McLean makes a move but can't get by the defense, and that's going to be played by Lewis to her defender. That's Blackwood. As Goddard will play it over. Puck finds a stick of Laura Horsnell. She'll put the brakes on her own corner. Up the wall, McDougall will rim it around the wall. There is Penelope Goddard looking to clear. Played back for McDougall. She has Lord on the forecheck. Another rim puck kept in. Here's Smith. Throws it down low. There's Hallie Black looking for it. She has the puck behind the net. 11.5 to go in the second. As pinching in was Doctorow. She'll keep it inside the zone. Doctorow finds it behind the net. Looking to make a play towards the crease. This one go off a body. Played over across. Chance for Penelope Goddard to clear. She has the puck. She'll chip it inside the Kings-Edgehill zone, and that will be icing on the play. Shots 31-4 in favor of the Hounders. In for the draw will be Emma Joan Lawton. Puck is dropped. Won by Storty at the face-off. Chance to clear. It's going to be kept in by Rideout. Immediately turned over. Here comes Mount Academy as Horsen will play it ahead. Here comes Storty. Storty shot low looking for the tip, but that will be directed wide as net comes off. As in on the back check was Ida Schlagelman, the Austrian. She came crashing into the post and that made the net come off, so that will stop play. Approaching the halfway mark of regulation. Storty in for the draw against Lawton. Puck is shot off the face-off by Van Meter. Save made out the blocker of Hillier. And that will be chipped inside the Mount Academy zone. Back to retrieve it is Van Meter. Van Meter looking to clear. That will get past Schlagelman at the blue line. Back to retrieve it is Underhill. She'll play up ahead. Puck bouncing and neutral ice. Sent inside the Hounder zone. Schlagelman makes the play up the wall. Finds Lawton. As that will be sent in deep. Puck in the corner. Played up the boards. It's going to be kept in the zone. Around the wall goes Lutz. That's going to be kept in for a moment. Here comes Mount Academy. Marshall has it. She'll chip it in the corner. Takes a few checks there after doing so. Right up ahead. Jefford will throw it inside the penalty box, and that will stop play. As we are now halfway through regulation. 9:44 to go in the second. Hounders up 2-0 here in the opening game of the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League Championship weekend. Face-off will be inside the Highlander zone. Puck dropped. That's going to be Sent down the ice, and that will be no icing as Flynn beats it out. Here's a pass in front. Looking for Greenwood, but couldn't connect there. Good hustle from number 72, Flynn, to beat out the icing. That's going to be played up the boards. Down Academy. Looking to clear. It's going to be kept in by McLean. There is Allison McLean. Her shot blocked. Gets her own rebound. Send it towards the corner. McDougall there to pick it up. Flynn has it. Loses it. There is Van Meter. Right up ahead. Here comes Mount Academy. As Warford has it. She'll get steered away at the blue line. Good defensive stick by Brooklyn Jefford. As Kenny turns it over. Here comes Greenwood. Takes it wide. Jenna Greenwood. Pass in front. Looking to one time that one was Allison McLean, but she got her stick lifted. That's going to be cycled in for Cormier. Comes free behind the net. Chance for Horizon to clear. Kept in by Doctro, came pinching through. Doctro, reverse hits in the corner. It's a centering pass. Will go off the body. Good block in front by Warford. As there's a shot on goal. It's going to be gloved down by Lewis, and that will stop play. 8.5 to go in the second period. In for the draw is Sophia Comstock against Kate McDonald. Puck dropped. Scrum draw. They're looking to dig it out of their feet. Comes free up top for the Hounders. Going to be sent in deep by Addison Smith. Comes free behind the net. Played up the wall. Kept in by Smith again. Plays it down low for Comstock. That'll make its way to the opposite corner. As Doctro came pinching in again. Cormier looking to center it. As clearing attempts kept in once again by Smith. Smith has it, centering pass. Here's a shot, will be blocked. As Cormier had that puck in the high slot area. Couldn't get it on net. Cormier gets it again. Cormier turns it over. Here's Reardon. As puck comes free, neutral ice. 7:45 to go in the second. He played in deep. Here's Smith. Looking for Cormier off a skate. Smith gets it right back. That will be chipped off the glass. Battle ensues for the puck. As Storty wins the battle. She has the puck on her own blue line. Shaylin Storty will send it in deep. Gets the puck off her own dump in. Storty looking to get something going here for the Mount Academy offense. Only 5 shots on goal for the first half of this game. Puck comes free out of the corner. As Doctro put up ahead. Here comes Guinea. Guinea will let a shot go off the glove. Rebound cleared away. Comes free up top. Here's a one-timer. Lord just sends it wide. Puck is picked up. Here is Guinea. Hayden Guinea at the top of the zone. Makes a move. It's going to be intercepted. Chance to clear off the pad as that came loose for Bella Jack. First shot will go off the pad of Autumn Lewis. Puck comes free for Mount Academy. Here is Horsnell. Horsnell pass off the stick of Goddard. Schlagerman will play it up ahead. It's going to be offside, so Hounders can't touch the puck. A lot of time and space for Drew McDougall to make a play. Here's McDougall. Will circle back in her own zone. She has Comstock on the forecheck. Pass up ahead. That will make its way to the wall. Sent back in deep by Emma Joan Lawton. That will clear the zone. Here's Schlagerman. Pass. Finds a stick of Rideout. Here is Sophie. Rideout takes it wide. Has the puck behind the net. Rideout plays it up top. Here's a shot. Will be blocked in front as Brooklyn Jefford let a point shot go. Puck comes free. Puck behind the net. Hounders have it. Here's a shot from Jefford off the post. That one stays out. Mount Academy chance to clear. Here's Kenny. Kenny plays it up. That's Warford. That dump in will go off first, sticking inside the Hounders zone. 5.5 to go. Here's Rideout. Rideout will chip it up ahead. That's going to be intercepted. Here comes Marshall from Mount Academy. Marshall's shot will go past the glove side and wide of the net. Warford has it, played up top. It's going to be kept in. As Olivia Warford pass will be intercepted by Jefford. She has the puck. Here is Brooklyn Jefford, the assistant captain for the Hounders. Looking to clear, kept in by Marshall. As that puck will find the stick of Lawton looking to clear. Marshall disrupts it again. Pass up ahead. As Jefford at the end of her shift will send it in deep in the opposite corner. Van Meter looking to clear for Mount Academy. As the Saints have the puck. Played up ahead. Here is Reardon. That's going to be played towards the corner. Marshall recollects for the Saints. Sent towards the goal. That's going to be picked off by the Hounders. As here comes Flynn. She has the puck. Might be a 2-on-1 with McLean. Flynn pass across McLean. Couldn't get the pass in her wheelhouse. So still 2-0. Here is Goddard. It's going to be kept in. Good forward check by the Hounders. Greenwood takes the pass out of the corner. She'll tangled up with Goddard. Comes free on the opposite wall. Kept in by the Hounders. Puck's behind the net. Reardon picks it up for Mount Academy. Here's Gannett. That will go outside the zone. Back to retrieve it is Doctorow. Here's Adelaide Doctorow. Pass finds Greenwood. She'll play it in deep. Comstock there to retrieve it. She makes the move to the corner. Comstock has it behind the net with 3:45 to go in the frame. Centering pass off a stick. Here's Schlagerman. Her shot will be sent in the corner. There is Warford. Warford has it on the wall. It's going to be sent in deep. There's Lutz there to retrieve it. Lutz plays up the boards. Kept in by the Hounders. Cormier plays it behind the net. Black looking for the puck as the Saints looking to clear. That will be chipped back inside the zone. Here's a chance for Black. Black pass towards the net looking for the stick of Cormier. That will miss her and go wide. 3 minutes to go now in the frame. There's Hallie Black. Gets pinned to the wall. Comes free for Ariel Lord. Battle ensues in the corner. Saints have it. There's Kate McDonald. Will play it ahead. Picked off by Underhill. She'll make the play. Up for Lord. Here comes Lord trying to take it wide. Lord wants a backhand save. Rebound. Stopped as well. As Lewis gets both saves. 2.5 to go in the second. Still 2-0. Here's Lawton. Heather Lawton. Pass up ahead. There's a shot through the screen. Scores. Hayden Guinea at the top of the slot area. Goes low blocker, and the Hounders are up 3-0. You can't stop what you can't see. Autumn Lewis was screened on that shot. Perfect placement from Hayden Guinea. Third goal of the afternoon for the Hounders. They have a 3-goal lead here in Windsor. So here comes Jefford. Jefford chips it ahead. Brooklyn Jefford looking to center it, and then Guinea almost had 2 goals in one shift, but just sends it wide. There's a shot from distance that's going to be covered up by Lewis. Autumn Lewis, the grade 10 goaltender, up to 37 shots with 2 minutes to go in the second. And for the draw is Emma Joan Lawton against Cameron Reardon. Puck is dropped. That's going to be played towards the net, and Lewis will cover things up right away. Another face-off. Puck is dropped. Play to the line. There's a shot that will go into the glove. That will stop play with exactly 2 minutes to go in the second. We'll have another intermission before the third period. Zamboni will flood the ice. The Saints will make some changes. Reardon in for the draw against Emma Joan Lawton. Puck is dropped. One ahead by the Hounders. Here's Rideout behind the net. We'll cycle it down deep. Picked up by Comstock. Centering pass as Sophie Rideout got a decent shot off there in front. But save made by Lewis as they announced the goal. A lot of enthusiasm down there. The timekeeper's box. Looks like 5 Kings-Edgehill students. Puck is dropped. It's going to be cleared outside the zone, but able to get the puck back. It was Doctorow. She'll play it ahead, sent in deep as Lewis will collect it and cover things up once again. That will be the 40th shot on goal for Lewis. Puck dropped. Shot sent just wide by Comstock. Collected by the Saints. As Horsnell looking to clear. She'll get her stick lifted at neutral ice. Looking to make the play is Lawton from her knees as she fell down on the blue line. It's going to be sent in deep. Comes loose behind the net. Here is Rideout. Sophie Rideout up for Doctorow. Back down low for Rideout. Rideout shot will go into the body of Lewis, and she'll cover things up once again. 69 seconds remaining in the second period. You're watching the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League Championship weekend on Highbutton Sports. Mount Academy U19s versus RNS coming up after this at 4:30. The 1 versus 2 matchup. Both these games today will determine the seedings for tomorrow's semifinals. As Kings-Edgehill has it. Here is Greenwood. Her shot gets blocked, comes free up top. As fanning on that one is Smith. Might be a 2-on-1 the other way. Here comes Monroe Oliver towards the goal. Shot on, glove down by Hillier. That will make its way to the corner inside the last minute of play in the second. He picked up by Monroe Oliver, neutral ice. McDougall looking for it. Here's McLean. Picked off. Comes free. Here is Addison Smith. She'll find McLean. McLean makes a move. Shot will go off the pad and covered up by Lewis once again. With 21 seconds to go in the period. In for the draw is Horsnell against Lord. Puck dropped. One back. There's Kenny. Played over. Puck front to stick at Goddard. It's going to be kept in by Schlagelman. Comes free out of the corner. Saints have it. Pass up ahead. Here is Horsnell's shot will go into the glove as Hillier at the buzzer. That's going to do it for the second period. So Kings-Edgehill scored 2 goals in the frame. They have 3 total. They'll head to the break with the lead. You're tuned to Highbutton Sports. Our coverage of the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League will continue after the break. Third period coming up in just a moment. Welcome back to Windsor. We're watching the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League Championship weekend here in High Button Sports. Live from the West Hand Sports Complex. Opening game. KES has a 3-0 lead after 40 minutes over the Mount Academy U18 Saints. Shots 41-7 in favor of the Highlanders after the first two periods. Mount Academy looking to bounce back. They played a better second period as opposed to the first, but still without a goal. The Highlanders' goals came from Jenna Greenwood in the first period, as well as Allison McLean in the second, and then Hayden Guinea made it 3-0. That's our story so far. As here comes Greenwood on the forecheck, so let's try and center it. It's going to go off a stick. As that's going to be played to the corner. Two-on-two down low, comes free. Here's McDougall. As we're 30 seconds into the third period. It's a pass towards, and that tipped on goal by Flynn. Save made again by Autumn Lewis, who's been terrific this afternoon for the Saints. 39 shots, or 39 stops rather, so far in this one. This pass to the point. Here's Doctorow. Doctorow will have her pass intercepted. Clearing attempt will be picked off. It's going to be played up ahead by Addison Smith. Storty will take over. Storty gets taken down. His bodies collide. Puck comes free. There's a shot, and it's going to be gloved down by Lewis. Brea Cormier let that one rip for the Highlanders. PWHL's own of the Minnesota Frost, Mae Batherson in the house, the Kings-Edgehill alumni. She dropped the puck at the start of the game, as they had a ceremonial face-off and speech for the late J.D. Traynor, another alumni of the Kings-Edgehill program. He just passed away from brain cancer earlier this year. Nice tribute for him before the game, as you can see as you walk into the West Hand Sports Complex. You can see some nice signs there for JD. All the proceeds from this game will go towards his foundation in his memory. As they'll drop the puck. Comes free for Van Meter, looking to clear for the Saints. It's going to be kept in at the line and eventually makes its way out the zone. Foot race for the puck. That'll be no icing on the play as Doctorow back to retrieve it. That's going to be played back. As players tangled up on the blue line. No call on the play. Comes free. As Highlanders have it. Here is Sophia Comstock. Deity pass over to Doctorow. That will go through center, but off a stick. Comes free for Kenny. Kenny will play it back for Van Meter. Looking to return over to Kenny off her skate. Comes free for the Highlanders. Here is Doctorow. Sent up ahead. As that's going to be no icing on the play. As Lutz will throw it at the wall. Looking for it is Monroe Oliver. That will make its way all the way down. That will be an icing call. Face-off will be to the blocker side of Autumn Lewis. Lord will take the draw against McDonald. Puck hits the ice. One back, but quickly picked up by Guinea. She has the most recent goal for the Highlanders. Saints have it. There is Lutz. Up the boards. Sent back behind the net for Lutz, who leaves it for Monroe Oliver. Comes free. Monroe Oliver makes a nice move to escape the zone. She has the puck in neutral ice. She'll backhand one in deep. As we're about 2.5 minutes into this third period. Puck comes free behind the net. There's Schlagelman, the Austrian native, will send it down the ice. And that will be an icing call against the Hounders, so they can't change. Winner of this game will play the loser of the following game for the semifinals. That's going to come free out the face-off. Kept in, sent towards the net. It's going to be poked away by Sarah Hillier. Hillier has only seen 7 shots. She stopped all 7 of them. It's going to be cleared down. Lutz there to pick it up behind her own net. Lutz up the wall, looking for McCarville. That will miss her stick. Sent back in deep by the Hounders. Comes free on the wall. Here is Jeanette. Back to retrieve the puck is Blackwood. She'll backhand it over across, looking for McCarville. Played back in deep for Lutz. Lutz will turn it over. Here's a shot from right out, sent just wide. There's another chance as Lawton's shot will be gloved down by Lewis, and there'll be no rebound. Emma Joan Lawton in for the face-off against Bridget Blackwood. Puck is dropped. Or sorry, that was Jeanette in the face-off from Mount Academy. Comes free. Here come the Hounders. With it is Comstock. She'll make a centering play, but it's going to go wide. Comes free up top for Jefford. Makes the move at the blue line. Jefford over cross. There's a shot from Lawton. Looking for a tip in front off the Sifter shot. Just goes wide. Puck behind the net. Here is Emma Joan Lawton. So both Lawtons out there together. Heather and Emma Joan. So that's going to be played to the wall. As there's a clock issue, so they played it back to 17 and a half minutes. I had 15 and a half, so they added an extra 2 minutes to this third period. There is Jefford. As Greenwood collects it on the boards. Plays over across for Flynn. Flynn takes a hit in front of the Saints bench, and that will draw a penalty on the play. Body contact, the call. It will go against Penelope Goddard. So they adjust the clock again. You can see they're having a little bit of issues there. Looks like it will be 16 minutes. I had 15-11, but that's okay. So power play for Kings-Edgehill. It's going to be 1 on the point. As Lawton will play to the half wall. There's a shot through the screen. Tipped on goal. Rebound came loose but covered up. As Comstock came looking for the secondary opportunity, but Lewis makes the save. That shaves off 11 seconds from the penalty. Puck is dropped. 1 back to the point. Here is Lawton. Sent towards the net. That will be deflected wide. So here's Greenwood. Right up ahead. Finds McLean up top. Lawton. Back for McLean. Allison McLean will walk in. Plays it down low. Return feed looking for the give and go. Rebound came loose but covered up. As this top line for the Highlanders has been very effective this afternoon. Jenna Greenwood, Allison McLean, and Ella Flynn. Greenwood and Flynn are both grade 12. McLean is a grade 11. All 3 from Nova Scotia. Greenwood and Flynn from Dartmouth, while McLean is a local girl from Windsor. That's going to be 1 back to the point. Here is Jefford with the D-to-D pass. Jefford back up top for Lawton. Plays it over. Here is a shot on from McLean. Just goes wide. Good look there off the setup on the power play. There's Lawton again. Backhand past the half wall. Finds Jefford. There's Brooklyn Jefford. Finds Greenwood behind the net. Return feed will go off the stick. And that will be kept into the line by Lawton. Here's Heather Lawton. Play the half wall. Jefford finds McLean. Shot will go off the pad. Rebound! Scores! Jenna Greenwood double dips, her second of the afternoon. It's 4-0. Another power play goal for the Highlanders. 2 for 3 in the afternoon. Greenwood with another goal. 4-0 is your score. Puck is dropped. Kings-Edgehill up 4-0 over the Mount Academy U18 Saints. That's going to be another penalty on the play. It will go against Kings-Edgehill this time. Looks like roughing's the call against Brad Cormier. So, chance for the Saints to get a power play goal. Puck is dropped. Way to the line. Here is Bridget Blackwood's shot. It's going to be covered up by Hillier. No rebounds. 6 seconds into the penalty. Just past the 5-minute mark of the third. Kings-Edgehill just scored to make it 4-0. Jenna Greenwood with her second of the afternoon on the power play. As Saints are now on the power play, here's Blackwood. Shot will be tipped just wide of the sifter shot. Here is Goddard. Play to the line. Finds Lutz. Over to Blackwood. Blackwood, another sifter shot makes its way on that rebound, covered up by Hillier. As the theme for this power play seems to be point shots and looking for the tips and screens. Face off with the blocker side of Hillier. Puck dropped. One back, Blackwood. Another sifter shot we blocked. Puck comes free. That's going to be cleared on, or try to be cleared, but kept in unintentionally by Lord as Hogswell finds it. Over to Blackwood. Blackwood, another sifter shot. Tipped on goal. Save made. As Blackwood has 4 shots on this power play. They're looking for Goddard to tip it on net in front as they'll change out the unit here. 5 new players out there for the Saints. McDonald in for the face-off. She's out there with Bryn Van Meter, Cameron Reardon, and Olivia Warford. Here's a shot on goal from the point. Another glove save from Hillier. So they're definitely looking for that point shot and a tip in front. Hillier seeing her most action of the game on this Mount Academy power play. She's now up to 11 saves. That will escape the zone off the face-off. Comes free. Here is Cameron Reardon. Makes a move, neutral ice. Good back check from Bella Jack. Comes free for Reardon, centering pass to be fanned on. Comes free behind the net. Both teams battling for possession. The centering attempts will just miss the stick. As here's Warford. Up top, Van Meter's shot will go into the glove of Hillier. No rebound once again. That will be covered up for the whistle. 47 seconds to go on the Brad Cormier penalty. Shots now 47-12. Puck dropped. Comes free off the face-off for right out, looking to clear. It's going to be turned over. Here's a shot on goal. Another save for Hillier. As Shaylin Storty got loose for the shot. Another face-off. Puck dropped. Another chance off the face-off for Goddard, but she's going to get on net. First unit back out there for Mount Academy. Here's Blackwood. Another shot towards the goal. Tipped just wide. They're going to hit a body in front. As rebound chance will be sticked away by the Highlanders. That's going to be cleared down the ice. So some good looks on this Mount Academy power play. Unable to beat the goaltender Hillier, who's now up to 14 saves on the afternoon. Here comes Penelope Goddard. She'll wind her way through neutral ice. Enters the zone on the right side. Goddard plays it up top. Finds Horsnell. Shot will go into the glove of Hillier. No rebound once again. Hillier snags it out of the air for the save and the whistle. In for the draw. It's going to be played back in the corner. That's going to do it for the Saints power play. Some great looks for them, but unable to beat the goaltender. A chance the other way. There's a pass from McLean over to Greenwood. Flynn scores. Ella Flynn. Great pass from Greenwood. She scores to make it 5-0. Beautiful goal from number 72. The senior forward with the 5th goal for the Hounders. Ella Flynn. Just as the Hounders penalty expired, it is now 5-0. On the 48th shot on goal for the Hounders. Here's Flynn again. She'll chip it in the corner. Greenwood looking for it. It's going to come free for McDougall. Played back in deep, played up the wall. A shot off the turnover of McLean will just be sent wide. Flynn looking for the rebound. As that will make its way to our neutral ice. As pass up ahead. Here's McLean. Allison McLean's shot will go off a stick him wide. Flynn finds the rebound, centering pass will go off the body of McDougall. As 8 minutes have gone here in the third, there's another pass in front, save made. Rebound. That's Flynn whacking away. Can't beat Lewis. Another good chance for the Sounders top line. That will stay out of the net. As Lawton passed off a stick. Wardford looking for it on the foot race. Off the bench. Came right out. She makes the play up the wall. Sent towards the opposite corner. Here is Lawton. Lawton for Comstock. Played up ahead. There's Emma Joan Lawton as her shot gets blocked. And she'll fall down. Puck comes free. Chance to clear. It's going to be picked up by Kate McDonald. Plays it over. Finds Lutz. As McDonald regains possession for the Saints behind their own net. McDonald. As her pass up ahead will be kept in by the Hounders as Dogchoke came pinching through. Battle ensues behind the net. Centering pass comes free, but Monroe Oliver picks it off. She'll look to clear. Monroe Oliver gets her pocket picked. There's a pass in front. Here's Rideout. Shot off the pad of Lewis. Point blank save for Rideout. Or on Rideout, I should say, by Lewis. Still 5-0. Here come the Saints. Here's Story looking to bust her way through the slot. Turned away. As the top line right back out there for Kings-Edgehill. Here's McDougall. Now be sent in deep. As Penelope Goddard centering pass will miss the target. Blackwood finds it. Her shot gets blocked. That's going to be sent up ahead. Black looking for the loose puck. Comes free for McDonald. Pass the middle. Go off the skate of Cormier back inside the Saints zone. Here's Blackwood. Played up ahead for Horsnell. As we're now halfway through the third. Here's a shot from McDonald. Stop made by Hillier. Rebound cleared away. Puck's in the corner. McDonald looking to dig it loose. Comes free. Here's Schlagelman. That will make its way to neutral ice. Sent back towards the Hounders zone by McDougall. DDD pass. Here's Underhill. Plays it over. That will go off the body of Haley Black, and that will be icing against the Hounders. 9.5 to go. Ella Flynn just made it 5-0. Hounders up to 53 shots as we approach the evening, 4:12 local time here in Windsor. Puck dropped. Shot will be blocked in front as Schlagerman will play it around the opposite boards. Battle ensues for the puck. Comes free for Ariel Lord. She'll play it behind the net. There's Schlagerman looking to break out of her zone. As Jack will play up the wall. Picked off. Played back in deep. Schlageman makes it play outside the zone. No icing on the play. So he played over across in the DD pass. That will escape the zone. Here comes Warford. 1-on-2. Warford takes it wide. Still has the puck. Shot will go off the pad of Hillier. Warford gets the rebound. Put up ahead. Finds Kenny. Puck in the feet of Lawton as Hounders have it. Sent up ahead as Guinea looking to get loose. Gets her pocket picked. DD pass played up the wall by Blackwood. Kept in. Here's Cormier. Plays it around the opposite boards for Guinea. Guinea trying to chip it in deep. Comes free up top. Here is Heather Lawton. Plays it over for Jefford. Jefford makes a move with the blue line. We'll send it back in deep. McLean has the puck on the wall. Here's Allison McLean. Loses the handle in the slot. That will be steered away. Here's Jefford down low. Pass in front looking for Flynn. That will go off her stick and wide. Greenwood looking for the puck on the wall. Comes free up top for Jefford. Jefford over cross. Finds Greenwood. Greenwood will walk in and shoot one. Stop made. Rebound cleared away. Kept in by Jefford. As Greenwood walks right down the circle for the shot. As she has it again. Hops over her stick. That'll be played towards Islanders bench. As Doctorow collects it. 7.5 to go in the third. As Smith will try and clear it. DD pass. Blackwood plays it over. Gets the return feed from Lutz. Bridget Blackwood up ahead. As Horsnell loses it. There is Comstock. Sophia Comstock will take it wide. Takes a bit of contact on the wall. Comes free for Comstock again. Comstock at the bottom of the circle. Let the shot go. Just goes wide. Puck on the wall. Inside 7 minutes to go here in regulation. Here's Comstock behind the net. Centering pass. One-timer scores. Right out. Off the pass from Sophia Comstock. It is 6-0. Another goal for the Hounders. Nice pass from behind the net from Comstock. Right out. Makes no mistake in front for the goal. On the 55th shot. Timeout called by Mount Academy. They're looking to regroup here in the last 7 minutes of this third period. Great crowd on hand to support the Hounders here at home. They're hosting this year for the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League Championship. Coming up after this will be RNS versus the Mount Academy U19s, a rematch of the Ice Jam semifinals. As of course, the Saints tied that game up late. Adriana Pepe with the overtime winner in that game to send her team to the finals. They eventually won over the Calgary Fire. An exciting championship weekend that was. Another one here to decide the winner of the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League. 4 teams battling it out for championship glory. Timeout's now over. 6:50 to go. Hounders just made it 6-0 here in Windsor. As here is Schlagelman. She'll send it in deep. That's to retrieve it is Guinea. Puck comes loose for Reardon. Kept in by Schlagelman. She'll get a shot through. That's going to go wide of the net. Puck comes free on the wall. Kept in by Underhill. She'll send it in deep. Guinea looking for that loose puck in the corner. She'll get tangled up behind the net with Horsnell. Comes free up top for Marshall. Played back for Reardon. Reardon will turn it over. Put up ahead by the captain Underhill. Comes free. There is Jack. Ella Jack behind the net. Has the puck. That will be Directed away by Drew McDougall. Looking to clear. Here come the Saints. Horsnell has it. She gets tangled up in neutral ice. Comes free for Underhill. Here's Casey. Underhill's shot will just go wide past the blocker. 5:40 to go. Pass up ahead and will be out of the reach. Laura Horsnell. Underhill back to retrieve it. She'll go off the wall. Comes free. Here's a chance for Haley Black. Her shot will go off a stick and wide. As Cormier looking for the rebound. She'll chip it ahead. Finds Comstock. Comstock makes a move out of the corner. Centering pass intercepted. Here's Goddard. Plays it back for Horsnell. That's going to be a penalty on the play. Tripping is the call. It will go against Brea Cormier, her second penalty on the afternoon. Another chance for the Mountain Academy power play. In for the draw is Bella Jack. Puck dropped. Will make its way around the wall. As Van Meter can't hold the zone. Reardon plays it back. Is forced to retreat inside her own end. Is Olivia Warford. Plays it back for Van Meter. Inside her own corner. Van Meter takes it behind the net. Looking to set up the power play breakout. It's going to be chipped up. Puck comes free, and that's going to be cleared right back down by Jefford. First on the puck is Haley Black, shorthanded. She has it behind the net. Black puts the brakes on. That's tangled up by McDonald. 40 seconds have gone on the penalty to the Hounders. They're up 6-0 in the opening game of the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League Championship weekend. As here is Reardon. Reardon makes a move wide. Makes her way inside the zone. Puck comes free. Way up to the line for Blackwood. Blackwood shot blocked. Bella Jack gets her shin pad on that one. As here's Blackwood off the D-to-D pass. Put up ahead. Sent in deep by Hornswell, rather. Here's Blackwood. Shotly blocked. Rebound. Played to the slot area. And that's going to be no call on the play. Here is Guinea. Guinea looking to get an opportunity shorthanded. She has a goal in this game, but it's going to be poked off her stick. Comes free again for Guinea. Here's Hayden Guinea. Makes a move. Comes free again. Guinea towards the goal. Looking to finish off a beautiful move, but can't do so. Here's Smith. Shot will be covered up by Autumn Lewis. Her 50th save of the game. Emma Joan Lawton in for the face-off against Megan Kenny. Puck is dropped. Make its way to the corner. 10 seconds to go in the power play for the Saints. There's Hornswell. Hornswell will play it up ahead. It's going to be intercepted. Here comes Megan Kenny. Can't get inside the zone cleanly. It's going to be steered away as Cormier out of the box makes the play. As we're back to 5-on-5. There's Kenny. Kenny over to Jeanette. Jeanette will try and chip it ahead. Intercepted. Played back. Here's Fenton. As pass up ahead is intercepted. Here comes Doctorow. Will try and drag through the defender. Comes free for Kenny. Kenny plays over the corner. Saints looking to clear as that pass will be intercepted. As Doctorow will send it in deep. Puck finds the stick of Van Meter. Get up ahead. It's going to be picked off the bench. Here comes McLean. Here's a wraparound chance. She scores again. Allison McLean. It is now 7-0. McLean having a great game for Kings-Edgehill. Another goal. That is 2 on the afternoon for her. This line has been great, contributing for most of the offense. Flynn, Greenwood, and McLean. Here's Monroe. Oliver pass up ahead. Comes free out to skate. From the Highlanders, kept in. Here's McDonald, sent towards a goal off a stick of goaltender Hillier. Kings-Edgehill have it. Here is McLean again, looking for the hat trick. She'll make her way through. McLean, centering pass, will go off a body. Comes free for Greenwood. Greenfoot up top. As shot from Schlageman will be blocked. Inside 2 minutes to go here in the third. Here's Flynn. Poke checked off first. That gets it back. One-timer in front. McLean couldn't finish that one off. McLean gets it back. Another chance will go into the glove of Lewis. No rebounds. 1:32 to go. It's 7-0. Looks like the Highlanders are going to take this one in the opening game of the Maritime Prep Women's Hockey League Championship. MPWHL for short. Puck dropped. Played up ahead. That will be kept in for a moment. Sent up for Warford. She has the puck. She'll chip it into the zone. Puck comes free. Here's Heather Lawton. She'll start the rush for the Highlanders. Lawton towards the middle. Makes a nice move. Shot on goal off the rush. Steered away. 65 seconds to go in this game. There's McDougall. McDougall. Pass up ahead. Intercepted. There's a pass over to Guinea. Guinea's shot will just go off the side of the net as we're inside the last minute of play. There's a shot from the point that's going to be gloved down by Lewis, and she'll cut out the rebound. 42 seconds remain. .59 shots now for Kings-Edgehill. 18 for the Saints. 40 seconds to go. Face off. Puck dropped. There is Storty. That's going to be played neutral ice off the wall. Sent towards Islanders zone. Picked off by Doctorow. Played up ahead. Back to retrieve is Fenton. She has the puck on her stick with 22 seconds to go. Fenton plays it over. Finds Van Meter. As centering pass will be intercepted off the turnover. Here's Horsnell. Up for Goddard. There is Penelope Goddard. Shot will be gloved down by Hillier with 5 seconds to go. Highlanders will more than likely win this game. They will play the loser of RNS versus Mount Academy U19s in the semifinals tomorrow. That game will be on High Button Sports as well. As that's going to do it for this one. So a shutout victory for the Highlanders. Sarah Hillier makes all 19 saves for the Donut. Kings-Edgehill with the win. Thank you for tuning into this one. My name is Mason the Knight with High Button Sports. Stay tuned, as coming up in just a few moments will be the game number 2. But for now, we'll say sayonara from Windsor. Thanks again for watching. Have a great afternoon, everybody.